Thank you, Nirav. And it's a pleasure to be here and to welcome everyone to the World Digital Bank Awards Key Insights briefing. I'll be walking you through some of the select findings that we've observed and tracked from this year's inaugural program. So let's get started. We're looking at some of the key trends that are shaping the global digital banking landscape. Certainly, digital banks are continuing to drive innovation and change within the banking industry through the application of emerging technologies and frameworks. Next. So we will also be taking a closer view of successful institutions that have deployed these unique solutions. They've undertaken differentiated initiatives and service enhancements really in response to increasingly demanding customers that are seeking convenience and value-driven banking services. Finally, we'll be taking a look at how various digital-only players are looking to tackle some of the unique challenges and opportunities that have presented themselves in a meaningful manner. Next. So clearly, digital banks have had to quickly adjust to a fast-changing and very challenging post-pandemic environment where we've seen inflation, higher interest rates, and an uncertain economic environment constraining profitability and increasing funding costs. And despite this adverse operating environment, digital players are quietly consolidating their market position with business models focused on long-term value creation to drive customer engagement and really to democratize the access of financial services to unbanked and underbanked customer segments. So importantly, digital interactions are being driven by embedding banking products within the daily activities of users, really with a view to aligning the financial well-being and strategic life goals of clients. So we're seeing new product features and service enhancements being structured to optimize digital CX, with many digital banks looking to incorporate agile and co-creation frameworks within their systems to ensure that the banking services that they're providing remain smooth, convenient, easy, and safe. As Nirav mentioned, from minimized turnaround times for fast account opening, for digital onboarding, each step within the engagement process is designed to facilitate successful digital journeys in an intuitive and friendly manner. Furthermore, digital banks have adopted technology architecture that is digitally native. They're leveraging next generation core banking systems that have really considerably reduced the innovation roadmaps and have enabled new product launches, sometimes even within days. Likewise, using cloud-native solutions, event-driven architecture, and advanced analytics is contributing to an operating model that is based on self-service, intelligent automation, and deep personalization. Next. We'll now also examine the institutional response to these changing market dynamics and areas that are where digital-only propositions are really looking to focus on as a means to unlock the new growth opportunities. So importantly, we'll try to cite some best practice use cases and application by various players received from this year's submission pool. Next. So the inaugural program has garnered strong interest from participating institutions globally. At an award category level, the primary thrust has been on really around digital innovation and technology breakthroughs, be it at a product or service level, with 43% of submissions really reflecting these initiatives. Similarly, we had an equal number of submissions focusing on institutional performance at a country, regional, and global level, which is a real reflection of the seriousness with which institutions are developing and expanding their digital-only brands. A key standout from the digital innovation perspective is Moneyline, for instance, based in the US, that has been bridging financial literacy and access gaps by providing personalized content in bite-sized format and product recommendations tailored to users' specific financial needs and goals. And this is particularly for the Gen Z segment. Now, their intention obviously is to empower customers by really building financial confidence and enabling them to proactively take control of their own finances and make better money decisions. Likewise, in the Philippines, we've seen Union Digital, which has quickly emerged as an important digital lender, enabling the disbursement of almost 5 billion Philippine pesos in funds to customers. Now, this has made it very easy for customers to apply for funding, to get approved, and to instantly receive funds, really driving and advancing the financial inclusion agenda in that country. Next. Now, looking at entries that we've received at an overall per award category level, the most sought after was the best digital bank at retail, where we received 13% submissions. Now, I would like to highlight a couple of very interesting entries that we received. In one instance, there's Trust Bank in Singapore, whose market entry has been built around this well-developed loyalty reward system, the Link Rewards through FairPrice. The bank is obviously backed by Standard Chartered Bank, and it has very successfully captured 10% of the addressable Singapore market within 7 months of its launch in September of last year, where they've already achieved and crossed 500,000 plus customer signups. And it's this customer referral program that has really incentivized their users with instant rewards through everyday vouchers that is really valued highly by customers. Likewise, in nearby Vietnam, there's TNX that has also developed a multitasking application, which is also empowering its users in terms of supporting their physical, mental, financial, and social health. So they've included things such as a mood diary, a physical tracker, personal finance management, and a marketplace platform. And so TNX has really taken a community approach in terms of connecting with its targeted Gen Z cohort. Furthermore, we've seen in Europe, for instance, where Nickel Bank has really grown and expanded its distribution network, having built the second largest current account distribution platform in France, taking a very focused approach in terms of collaborating and partnering with local stores, serving more than 3 million customers. And its simplicity really is its appeal with customers in terms of them being onboarded within 5 minutes, simply by depositing 20 euros and having the requisite credentials. Next. Now we'll proceed to also look at some unique digital banking propositions that we've particularly liked and can really form an effective basis for further institutional learnings globally. Next. But before we do that, I would like to share with you our proprietary assessment framework for best digital bank and how we're evaluating the best-in-class entries in this program. We do believe that digital banks must categorically provide anywhere, anytime banking, on-the-go facilities, taking a very customer-centric approach. Now, they must ensure a truly digital experience, enabling customers through this end-to-end platform and being able to fulfill regular banking needs without ever having to step into a bank branch. Now, the digital product and service portfolios must create value for customers. They must enhance digital interactions and leverage existing sustainable, innovation-based competencies to really drive that customer acquisition that is needed. Next. Now, across the various assessments that we've received, we've identified a range of distinct and unique winners that have demonstrated considerable leadership in delivering those exceptional product innovations and solutions while leveraging their respective digital competency. And this is being reinforced by digital banks reimagining the digital processes to drive customer interaction by building the requisite digital ecosystems that have helped consolidate user engagement. To cite some examples, for instance, we have Philippines-based Maya Bank, which has combined the power of its e-wallet proposition to offer savings, instant credit, and cryptocurrency services under a seamless and gamified experience. Likewise, there's India's Airtel Bank, Payments Bank, which is championing inclusive banking, leveraging its 500,000 banking points across India to serve customers while also advancing cash digitization initiatives through its network. Importantly, its face authentication feature has made the account opening and the customer onboarding process materially easier. Likewise, we have the US-based Majority Bank, which has taken the lead in providing migrant populations in the country with the requisite financial tools, particularly for remittance services, and they've helped to offset some of the exorbitant conventional cross-border transaction fees in that market. Next. Similarly, we have Polish-based Alior Bank, and through its application, we've seen considerable traction amongst users, particularly driven through its pay solution that has embedded BNPL functionality and is really driving payment transaction volumes. Similarly, Canada's CIBC has also successfully deployed a digital hybrid model that has enabled the bank's digital capabilities through a centralized team. And this has helped remove some of the operational impediments that the bank had faced and helped it realize productivity gains. Next. So from an overall ranking perspective, we have obviously tracked digital banks, and as outlined previously, we're assessing them in terms of their innovation capabilities, in terms of customer experience, their financial and market performance, as well as their corporate strategy. Leading the pack this year is Starling Bank in the UK, which has had a very strong year overall, recording 32.1 profit before taxes, million British pounds, excuse me, profit before tax. And it's also captured 8% of the SME market share in 2022, which is from 5.6% in 2021. Very interestingly, they have 2.7 million accounts in the digital bank, with an average deposit size of £13,700 among SME clients. Now, Starling has done really well because it's developed a sustainable business model and is really a standout in terms of deploying next generation technology. It has its own proprietary technologies framework, and really it's leveraged the quality of customer experience and balance sheet strength to drive customer engagement. Another aspect that we really like is the launch of its Engine by Starling, which is its repositioning or its software as a service subsidiary that is likely to provide an added revenue stream to the business. Next. So we are seeing that digital banks are able to leverage their unique capabilities and truly provide a differentiated service that is naturally data-driven. We do believe that players must continually seek ways to enhance the user experience and really adapt to changing customer behavior and needs to the range of digital services that are being offered. In addition, digital business models must be resilient and they need to have a clear path to sustain profitability. So identifying these new revenue streams must be essential for digital banks to really overcome some of the operational challenges and mitigate the exit risk or strategic buyouts that we've seen occur in some markets. And really, finally, the demand for innovation will continue, and only those institutions that really have the vision, the agility, the determination to scale will endure and enable successful digital journeys for their customers. With that, I will conclude the briefing and pass it back to Nirav, and appreciate your time today and for listening to the briefing. Back to you, Nirav.